Starting to get a little cold out, huh?
All right, welcome to episode 36 of Lego Marvel's Avengers. In this episode, we are going down on the farm. So here's Laura Barton, the surprising wife of Hawkeye, and here's Steve Rogers in his workout shirt, hanging out with Tony Stark, having to do some chores down on the farm here. So the first part of this level takes place on the Barton Farm hub world. And so we don't get any studs added to our for the level total. But here we go. We can go up the tree here. And then we need to break this little thing over here that's shiny. And that will knock off the tire swing, which will open the shed and give us the axe. So in order to get to the axe, we've already created more damage on this farm than I imagine the owners would want. Now that we've got the axe, we're going to go and take it to the wood pile and chop some wood. So already this level is packed full of drama, 10 times greater than that of which the last chapter in this particular series was.
Seems like you walked away all right. Got a problem? I don't trust a guy without a dark side. Call me old-fashioned. Well, let's just say you haven't seen it yet.
Here we go. We're going to chop some wood here. Of course, this is a rhythm mini game, which I did not realize was what was going on here until after it started up. But then, you know, I sort of got the hang of it, but maybe not. There were some times I thought I hit it the right time, and instead I just watched the axe fly away. But once you've chopped enough wood, you can start to attend to the other thing. So one of the missions was sort of Captain America-centric, and that's the wood chopping mission. The other mission is more Iron Man specific, and that is we've got to fix the tractor.
Sorry. Well, Clint said you wouldn't mind. Our tractor.
So now Laura Barton is going to send us out after the tractor.
You might.
And remember, Tony Stark is the only repair character in the game that doesn't come from DLC. So as much as we might be running around with Cap here, ultimately we're going to end up back with Tony Stark. It's always amazing to me how good a sport the Bartons are about having everybody over to the farm, even though I think it's assumed that the farm is a secret place that nobody's supposed to know about. But there's one person in particular who knows about it, and he will show up in the next cutscene. Although we're going to skip that cutscene in order to keep this video condensed. So if you remember the movie, while Tony and Cap are working in the barn, Nick Fury shows up. Alright, so now we can use any Iron Man suit that we have access to at this point. We're going to use the Iron Man Mark 43 because that's the story-based suit to use to blow this lock up. There's nothing stopping us from using the Hulkbuster here, so you could have done that. So now we've blown the door open. We're now in the barn. And it's a good thing we brought that Iron Man suit, because there's another silver object for us to blow up. And there's lots of studs pouring out of there. But we're more interested in trying to fix this tractor. So we're going to attack this little thing here. And then I'm going to repair the tractor here. There's a little bit extra we got to stick on the tractor, including another tire. And it's still not ready to go yet, so looking around for what could be the problem, and there's still more stuff we haven't built over here. I guess is a fuel pump. So we can have Steve jump on the pump. And that fills up the tractor, and now the tractor's ready to go. And that will activate the cutscene. So I'll see you on the other side of the cutscene, which, due to the magic of editing, will happen right about now. And so now we're into the mission proper, and this is the mission called Korea Prospects. And we are going after Ultron and his cradle, since he's manipulated Dr. Cho in her research in order to create himself a new body, a perfect body, and I guess in his sense. We've got to shut that down. So what we're going to have is we're going to have Captain America on top of the truck.
Captain Rogers, do you read me? Romanoff should be tailing you with your shield. Continue to
Right here. You'll notice that he's without his shield. That is going to be delivered to us by Black Widow on her motorcycle. And just for the curious, I'm not really sure you can shoot your gun from your motorcycle. I'm not really sure what good it does you, so we're going to switch over and let Cap fight dudes on top of the truck without his shield. You'll see a couple of problems with this already. First off, all the problems of fighting on top of that train are apparent here. So, you know, we've got to be a little bit careful. Oh, found a mini kit. We've got to be a little bit careful getting in fistfights on top of the train because, or sorry, on top of the truck, because it's very easy to fall off the truck. See, just like that. Which means that we're also going to lose a lot of studs if we're not careful, which is not something we want to do. Lose more studs there. So now we're at 0 studs. And when you're at 0 studs, it just means that when you die, you don't lose anything. So I guess technically we could be more reckless here as we try to get, as we fight Ultron fist to fist. Not exactly the fairest matchup in the world. Now we have to fight another wave of Ultron's goons. Again, we still have 0 studs to speak of. So I'm trying to use Black Widow's gun to see what it can do, and truthfully, not much. So I'm going to go back to Cap. I'm just going to have to do this the hard way. Got 5 more Ultron guys to destroy. I'm just going to have to punch and kick them off the top of the truck. Okay, we got all the Ultron Funkies down, which means it's time for another fight with Ultron himself. And I would really like to have that shield right now to deflect some of these shots, but doesn't look like that's going to happen here. Oh, here we go. Finally get the shield, so now I can attack and deflect some of what Ultron's doing. I also have studs again, but not very many of them, so I wouldn't get too excited about me holding on to those. Okay, as we dance around with our shield. Okay, we've beaten off Ultron again, so it's time to face more of his minions. Again, trying to stay on the truck, whereas Ultron's minions can actually fly, so, you know, in theory, if they go flying off the truck, they're not necessarily dead. And so now we have to fight Ultron again. And we are not going to have a lot of studs when we get out of this. Okay, so got wiped out over the side of the truck. Now we're going to hit Ultron again. Okay, there's another Ultron. Or the same guy just jumps up. And then we get into a quick time event to bring us toward the end of the level. Alright, so we managed to hit Ultron with the shield. That gives us some stuff to play with here on the top, including a shield station. Okay, Captain America should be recognizable by a shield station. And he is. And the little satellite dishes communicate for Agent Barton to show up at the Quinjet. And I'll see you next time.